Hey guys, welcome back to a probably pretty exciting video for some of you out there. I'm on Minecraft 1.7.10. This is actually my very first time touching Minecraft 1.7.10 because Avius in the server is 1.7.2 and 0.5 is like MC Pattern Optifine and Ray's Minimap. Nothing's updated, so I've been hanging out on that, and that's the server. So this is actually my first time having this on, but I am in Forge. I do have the latest Localized Weather mod. I'm going to kind of treat this as an update video because I've kind of sucked some of you in by screaming Tornado Survival because I have a few things I want to talk about specifically at some of you who normally probably wouldn't click on this video because it didn't say Tornado Survival, but I need you to hear a couple things. I'm going to start with a bit of negativity at first, and then I want to talk about all the awesome stuff I have been playing for the channel with a little bit of recent burst of motivation and resources here. I've recorded this like three times, and I recorded like one night. I recorded for like 2 hours. I recorded a couple other games, a bunch of other stuff, and then I realized my mic was like on the other mic, so it was recording out of like the fuzzy one. You couldn't hear me. Basically, the audio was crap. So I haven't recorded for a couple days. I plan on having videos like starting this weekend. It was going to roll in this week, but I just got really upset that I recorded for 2 hours and none of it saved. So I put off a couple days. I finished a couple things I'll talk about here a bit on YouTube, and then I was playing Avius, and then it was the weekend, so I was sleeping a lot. And now the weekend's almost over, but I want to still record before I go back to the lab. I want to address one quick thing other than that, now that you're finally getting this video. I'm going to try and keep this as quick as possible. We're going to let a storm develop here. I'm not going to spawn anything. By the end, we'll hopefully get something interesting to happen. So I'm just going to leave my guy here. If you want to go do something else and treat this as a bit of like a 10 or 15 minute podcast, go for it. I will be sure to let you know when exciting things start happening. Going to the negativity, though, I'll start mentioning this. YouTube had like a little creator online seminar class type thing you could take. It had a bunch of lessons on it. It was a 2-week thing. I just finished it today and took the quiz and got my little certificate and stuff. And I really enjoyed it actually because it had a lot of really famous YouTubers, or some not so famous, but I've actually like watched all of them. They're all fantastic, and they would have them each present something interesting. For instance, thumbnails and descriptions, playlists, annotations, analytics. Very collaborations, very interesting things that some of the stuff like I knew like I obviously do because it's like, you need to do that to have the channel be successful. And then other things where I'm like, I'd never really liked it before, but now I'm interested to do it, or I want to definitely do that. And one of the things like that they were talking about is you have very specific groups of subscribers. For a channel that does one similar, like Vsauce for instance, it does one big like theme, and it's an interesting like learning channel, but an interesting way of some cool things. So that goes like that channel, like every video, every subscriber subscribes for the same thing. But on something like my channel, or say just once we use my channel, I've got the general Let's Plays, I've got some other things going on, I've got Minecraft, and then I have Tornado Survival, and I've kind of split it in my head into certain categories. I have the Animal Crossing people who subscribe because they wanted the Animal Crossing, the general people who subscribed for Let's Plays, Minecraft videos, just video game stuff that was for entertainment, and then the people that subscribed for Tornado Survival. And the Tornado Survival one is obviously the biggest one. Now, a whole handful of the Tornado Survival crew out there that subscribed for this, a whole handful have left because I stopped doing them and they got uninteresting and not very good. And then a whole bunch of you transitioned into the general category where they hang around and they watched my other videos, but they started because of Tornado Survival. And then there's the group that sits there and refuses to watch anything except for Tornado Survival because they subscribed for that particular interest. And that's great and all, except for that group has really been causing some problems on the channel. And recently, I've been fine with, okay, every time I put a video up that's not Tornado Survival, you comment, where's Tornado Survival? Everything I get asked in the comments, the first thing people ask when they get on Avius is, when's Tornado Survival? That's great. I understand you want it, you're excited about it, but recently it's gotten to a little bit too much, and it's really starting to bother me because people are purposely disliking my videos, purposefully flagging them and putting content ID claims and copyright claims on my videos, and then they're not just commenting in the videos about Tornado Survival, but they're being directly hurtful at me and at other people who are supporting other things on my channel, and that's not okay. That I have banned all the people that have done this, and I will without hesitation ban anybody who ever does anything hurtful, bullying, or harassment down in the comments, or who purposely dislikes or slanders something just because it's not tornado survival, not because it's actually criticism or it's actually bad. That's not okay, and I really do not appreciate it. I've talked about this before, but I know there's something like WeFold or Josh from the BitBlock. He did Animal Crossing New Leaf journals, and that's what really got him, like, he's been really popular, but he got like super popular because he was doing that with the Japan version of the game before it was out in the rest of the world and before we really knew anything about it in the rest of the world. And he just started turning off comments, turning off the likes and dislikes because people were just so mean and so directed at it that he just could not handle it anymore and just stopped doing it. And that's every time I see that, every time somebody's like, why aren't you doing Tornado Survival, Mike? You're losing subscribers. You're not gaining them anymore. Why aren't you getting 500,000 views on this video, huh? Maybe it's because it's not Tornado Survival. And then they're like, I'm disliking this video because it's not Tornado Survival. That just irks me, and it makes me not want to make Tornado Survival. It honestly makes me just want to, like, stop altogether. Like, just forget this crap. Everyone is horrible people. But I know that's not true for everybody. I know that's a very small group of people, but just letting you know that needs to stop. It's not okay. So that's about it for the negativity. Next, I'm going to talk about some interesting things happening on my channel, and then we'll get to some of this tornado mod, because this will be me messing around with it. Hopefully, I'll another 5 minutes or so talking about a few other things. Well, since I completed that, I got really excited about doing some new stuff on my channel. I realized I'm really kind of sitting on, like, my channel is not just a channel I do for fun anymore. It's in the zone of views with the 10 million view mark and the subscribers well over a quarter of 100,000. It's like, well, you know, maybe I should take a turn for more of a professional aspect on the channel. And because I had realized, like, after it was, like, I wanted to keep doing it just for fun, but then doing it just for fun was like, well, I could keep doing it just for fun, but I wouldn't be able to really build anything if I kept doing that just for fun. I really would like to build it some more to be able to do some more opportunities. Specifically, I would love to start doing visiting some conventions and shows and things like that. I still one day want to go to E3, which will be awesome. So I would really like to build the channel, so I decided it's in my better interest to start devoting free time. One of the reasons why my free time has dwindled from YouTube is not because, you know, like, I'm busy in doing everything else that I do, but Avius. Avius is way more time consuming than I thought. It's getting less time consuming now because it's up and running and it's on its own. But for instance, at home, there was 2 weeks where we wanted to launch a new map and update everything and rewrite a bunch of stuff, and that took 2 weeks. That was literally all of my free time. And anytime I wasn't working on that and I had free time, I just wanted to sit and do something else that wasn't video games. So Avius has been extremely time consuming, and that's really cut down on it because, one, I want to play it, and then two, there's always so much to do behind the scenes. If you notice, we're looking like we're starting to get a little bit of storm development here. Storms are supposed to develop on their own. You can see white clouds. We're starting to get some darker clouds form, so we'll see where this goes. So I wanted to reach out a whole bunch of things, and I have a whole bunch of resources to interact with the fans because I've really enjoyed a lot more now on Avius, talking and playing with my fans. So, of course, we have Avius, my Minecraft server. There's plenty of stuff on my channel to see about that. IP, avius.hostword.net. We have a forums. Come talk on the forums. Read the forums for some information. I also have a Twitter. I'll probably get a Facebook page at some time, but I hate Facebook for social media. It's for fan pages like that. It's not really worthwhile. I can link some videos down in the description. If somebody wants to ask, I can send you. Just Google things like by Veritasium on the Facebook fraud. It's pretty bad. I'm not a fan of it, so I don't really want to make a Facebook page. But I have the Twitter. You can, you know, people beat me to it by doing things like Mike7493 usernames on everything, so I've had to, like, improvise. But either way, you can search for Mike7493 because that's what the name is called, but the actual, like, at blah blah blah, it's at 74WXMike93. I put in the weather thing in there and how to move it around to incorporate my second channel, but that second channel isn't really getting used on that Twitter anymore for other reasons. The second thing is I do have the second channel, Virginia Weather Mike, VA Weather Mike, I think it is. That's where I post, like, random things. I'm not sure what I want to do with that channel. Like, I posted a couple of videos recently of some things out here on the West Coast. But at the same time, it's like I want to show you guys that, not make you go find it. I want to like post on here. I want to make a channel for everything, but that's not what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm doing with that channel yet. But the new thing that you should be excited about is I've recently created a Skype account for fans, because one, I'd like to talk to some of you on Avius, but also because for those of you that have been around quite a while, if you remember Fireside Chats with Mike, I usually talked about things in my life and video game news stuff. I'd like to bring that back with a more general just video game thing, but also like, you know how they have like Ask the YouTuber kind of thing. I would really like to do something like that. So I've created a fans. It's called Fans of Mike with an underscore between those. You can search for that, or you can just go to Fans of Mike 7493. You can search that too. You'll probably find it. Go ahead and add me on there. I will add every request that I get. I know I'll only be online on specific times. I'll likely announce on my Twitter when I'm going to be online, or especially on Avius. I'm looking to talk to some people because I think during my fireside chats, what I want to do is have it be once a week, have a little bit of an episode, and I want to have, you know, like one guest, and it could be voice call, it could be video call if you want your face to be on there. If not, it will just be voice call, which will probably be what most of them will be. And we can chat about video game news. If you have a video game thing you want to talk about, you can bring a couple of your friends. If you have 2 or 3 of you that we want to do like a group call and talk about some things, or if you just want to say hi, or if you've got some questions to ask me about, you know, Minecraft or YouTubing or how do I do things, that's what that'll be all for. So go ahead and add me on that. There'll be more information about that coming in the future, but I'm proud to announce that, to talk on that aspect, to get more of a fan base going, and especially for a couple multiplayer games, to communicate that way. I got this idea from Red Panda Gamer. He's got fans of Red Panda Gamer. I was friends with him when he was doing the 365 Days of Animal Crossing City Folk, and he would, you know, he'd friend everybody, and he'd be like, all right, I'm taking 4 people to my town for today's episode, and I would go up, you would go on, and, you know, you would see if he would call you, he'd pick whoever was online. So there's that. That's coming back. We'll get a more detailed information on what's going to happen with that, but that'll be a once-a-week video. The other thing I'm trying to do is schedules. I want to get everything back into a schedule, the days where people can expect things, and then also if I set the schedule in my head, it makes me like sit down on the weekend and do it, so then I can do the scheduled uploads and get things out of the way, which is probably what will end up happening now. Okay. Next up, talk about games. I'm going to do some random summer gaming. The Sims 2 is free on Origin right now. If you did not know, you can go ahead and Google it. It's I love The Sims with the dash between it. You can use that to redeem the code. It's all the expansion packs. So I have that. I've got SimCity, which is pretty much finished because I've showed off a lot of the stuff. There's probably a little bit more I could show off. I'm not sure if I'm going to do much more of that Let's Play, though. There'll probably still be some more SimCity stuff, especially maybe SimCity 4 Deluxe. Pharaoh and Cleopatra. Every time I went home, I was looking for the disc, but I couldn't find it, and I forgot to look for it like really hard before I went to college. And then I came back and I looked hard and I couldn't find it, so it's missing. However, there's a legal patch that if you actually have the game installed, you can run it without the disc, because I have all the installation, I just don't have the disc to boot it. So I can now play Pharaoh and Cleopatra, and my world is there. It's not corrupted or anything. So I would like to actually finish that after 2 years ago, although I watched the first video of Tornado Survival, or of Pharaoh and Cleopatra, and my ears were like bleeding. I'm like, this is horrible, horrible. I'm really tempted to like redo it all in such a more professional, like better manner now that my equipment is upgraded and that I'm older here. I would really like to redo that, but it's like 60 episodes or something. It's a long time, and I'm like, I can't redo all of that. It's so long. So this is going to be part 2 of finishing Pharaoh and then going into Cleopatra. So that'll probably start returning at some point. I don't have a schedule for that yet because I've got to kind of like relearn a lot of that. I've got Trains like Simulator, a couple other things that'll be like random summer gaming. I'll be having that probably still through the summer. And then Animal Crossing GameCube. When I get back to school, there's a chance, probably 50-50 chance, that I'll start up Animal Crossing GameCube and do more journals with those. Now the only thing is, I've officially kind of like Let's Played everything that happens from like July to like New Year's Day. So there's that whole springtime, and for some reason Animal Crossing GameCube I never play it during the springtime. So I'm like, what? I've never seen the Cherry Blossom Festival on like Animal Crossing GameCube or spring cleaning or anything, because I've never played on those days. For some reason, I always want to play it during the fall and winter, and I never made it through a full year. I think I might have like once a long time ago before, just when there was Wild World, like before there was City Folk and stuff. So I would maybe like to set a goal to do a full year of that, but would you guys be okay if I brought back something like Animal Crossing GameCube and then like redid it in journals? I might not be as informative about it, but I might, because it gives me something to talk about. Would you mind seeing the whole same seasons over again? Like, is that even interesting? Like, for me, it would be, because I watch Animal Crossing GameCube at Let's Plays, because the nice thing about Animal Crossing GameCube is, other than the basic things in the holidays, everything else between is a variable. Everybody plays the game differently, everybody does everything differently, so I can watch a complete Animal Crossing GameCube Let's Play, and then I can watch another one and it be completely different and entertaining, other than like the first day or two, which is usually like I always have to like, you know, skip parts of those episodes because I'm like, it's just the train and stuff. But sometimes people throw some humor in there. Speaking of which, if you want to watch a current Animal Crossing GameCube Let's Play, that's good. It's a brand new YouTuber. He's got like a couple subscribers. I found him randomly one day. His name is Torx. These links down in the description. Go watch it if you want to watch it. He started it back in like the middle of June. He's got like 25 episodes in. It was a little bit more regular, but now it's getting a little more irregular when he's uploading, because he's getting the game. You know, he's done all the basic stuff now. It's more when interesting things are happening around town. So that is about it. I hope that wasn't too long. So I hope you followed my thoughts on the couple things about the channel, where I'm kind of wanting to go for it. There'll probably be more detailed information updates on each of these different things, probably in like the first episode when you see them. But without further ado, I think we should mess around with the new localized weather mod. Now, I've messed around with this only a little bit last time, but it's really quite impressive. I'm very much a fan of it so far from what I've seen. So we'll go ahead over here. There's a little bit of a clearing here. Just like before, I know we have the tornado sensor and the tornado siren with that lovely sound effect that we all love, and that's actually like super terrifying. We've got the new things that I really like are the wind vanes and the anemometers, because they really work. They actually like really work. And it's very cool. So we'll probably see those in action. Weather deflector, I'm guessing this deflects weather. I'm not sure what its deal is, if you've got to activate it with redstone, maybe from a sensor. I haven't messed with this at all. I placed it, but the tornado still hit anyway, so I wasn't using it right. We won't mess with it too much. Weather forecast, this is kind of neat. You know, it shows you that it's clear. It shows different things that are happening. And then the weather machine, this is really, I think, a creative thing. I'm assuming I can craft, I know I can craft these. I'm assuming I can craft those and that. But you can see rain is like over there and over there. I think that's how that works, because I'm pretty sure that it's no longer like it does it by like specific biomes where there's weather happening, depending on what kind of biome it is. So I'm pretty sure it's actually like a little bit of a radar system. So I think if I were to have been over here where these dark clouds are, that this will be, well, it seems to be getting farther away. But that might possibly be an adequate theory. But of course we'll have to mess around with this some more. Let's just see a tornado and see some destruction, shall we? Because I know that's what, oh crap, I don't remember coming by the water. Gosh. There it is. So we'll have to see this out. But I know this weather machine, this lets everything crazy happen. So we'll go ahead and place it and watch things get crazy rather quickly. Yep, rain starts. We'll click on it, we'll start a lightning storm, we'll set high wind, we'll set hail, we'll set a tornado, and we'll set a tropical cyclone. Oh my gosh! The hail is really neat. Because I was like watching it like kill the cows and the sheep in the field. There's high wind that can happen outside of a tornado, which is also really awesome. The lightning in the tornado, oh my gosh. I was watching a couple of the old episodes, and I really missed talking to you guys about weather. I missed it. It was so terrifying. It was so exciting when things were happening. So don't worry, I've been messing with the tornado mod. I mean, this is fantastic. Like, this has turned into more of a tropical cyclone now that it's on land. I've noticed the tropical cyclones are just like the size of like a big storm, and it's just swirling winds stronger in the middle. You can see I don't think there's much of a, I mean, like that could be a tornado, but it could be, heck, that could just be the tropical cyclone. I'm not sure because it spawned them both at once. But plenty of lightning. Okay, there's the tornado sign, so this must just be like a really freaking big tornado. Let's do rain, lightning, high wind, hail. I want to see the hail. The hail, yeah, there it goes. The hail falls down in like chunks, which is kind of strange. But I won't set myself into survival, but I don't know if it does damage to me, but I know it kills animals, so I would assume it does damage to me. But yeah, hail. So I think this is like a big radar screen kind of thing. It'll show you on the map. I'm not sure what the dynamics are of that. We'll spawn a tornado that'll actually do block damage here. There we go. This is what we needed. He's updated like that looks so much better than it did before. It looks really nice. Although it's not sucking up the blocks. What the heck? Well, last time I was doing this, it was sucking up the blocks, so. It is very high intensive. I'm barely get 30 frames per second recording here with the mod running, which is unfortunate. I'm not getting 60 or whatever. But he does have a nice weather menu here. Let's see. It's probably somewhere in the advanced. But that's just sitting there. I think I kind of broke it because I spawned everything at once. But it normally would be taking bricks just like any other tornado. You guys have seen that before. I think I can set more tornadoes. I wonder if... I mean, that just looks mean. Like, that looks awesome. Look at that. It looks so nice. The other thing is it has crashed a few times. Like I'm getting like 2 FPS right now. It's lagging. It has crashed multiple times, so I haven't quite fixed, got that situated. But I mean, that looks awesome. We'll get some pictures for sure for thumbnails. Oops. I never know what to set it at for it to be night. There it is. Ooh, that looks awesome. That looks terrifying. These chickens keep coming from. They just keep getting sucked up. But you hear the wind in the trees. Great sound effects. I haven't seen the frontal systems like, I had like one storm like form on my own, but otherwise it's been pretty chill. The rain comes in at different levels as it forms, and it's really, really great actually from what I've played so far. But this episode is getting really, really long. Thank you for listening. If you did listen through all the information stuff, I hope you're looking forward to it. The first time I release any sort of next video about anything else that's other than like a channel update or random summer gaming, I will announce the schedule for it. But I'll probably have Fireside Chats. It's probably about a weekly thing. It'll probably be airing on a Sunday morning. They'll be filmed at random times. And Tornado Survival I'd like to do again for like the... I'll probably move that to the weekend, like a Friday, Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the other Let's Plays in the middle of the week. Thank you guys so much for watching though, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya!